It is Saturday. It's actually the day before uploading this, it's the 30th, and I just felt like vlogging, so here we are. I thought we could spend a cosy, festive day together. Jay's working today. I've also got a little bit of work that I need to do, but I'm going to go into town and do it from there, just so I can kind of enjoy my Saturday. I remember someone saying, I think it was Emma Gannon on her Substack, if there's something that you have to do, you can't really be bothered doing it. Think about the ways that you can make it easier for yourself. And going into town this morning, it's quite early actually, it's only 8:30, so I wanted to just get there because obviously it's Black Friday weekend, and I was like, I don't want to be anywhere near the shops when it's busy. But I did just want to be able to sit in a coffee shop. I'd like to go into Sostrene, Grene and John Lewis and just have a little look around. We need some baubles. I also want to get a home, what are they called? A reed diffuser refill, but one that's more natural. I think there's a brand called Airy stocked in John Lewis, so I just want to have a look at that and a couple of other bits. And then because I've got work to do, I'm just like, I can sit and do my work in a really pleasurable way. And the reason I'm working this weekend is because we actually had a few days away early this week. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was down in Suffolk. It's a place that we booked through Canopy and Stars. They kindly kind of offered a stay, and yeah, we'd never been. I've never been to that part of the country. I've been to Norfolk. I think that's the furthest we've been, and like near Norwich. Oh no, Norwich, because that's obviously the city, and then yeah, Norfolk coast. But we haven't done Suffolk, and it was just really, honestly, I think it was one of my favourite trips of the year. It was so nice. So I'll actually leave a link to that, because if you're looking for a cosy cabin stay that is very comfortable, like it has all of the amenities, it even had a sauna on site, which Jay did use, obviously I didn't, but yeah, it was just really lovely. So I think because I've recharged from that, all my days are like jumbled up, and yeah, I'm working today. I'm gonna get a wiggle on actually because my bus is due in like 10 minutes, but let me show you my outfit. I always get questions on this scarf whenever I share it. This is from Suzanne. I feel like this is, if you don't know what you want for Christmas, and I mean, who wouldn't love this? Like if whether you're gifting or you need something for yourself, it's a gorgeous wool scarf and it is not itchy. Just amazing. And then I've got on this Beyond 9 boiler suit. And I haven't done this before, but I've layered a turtleneck underneath it. And yeah, this is like my comfy but getting stuff done outfit at the minute. My main intention when I went into town was just kind of get out of the house, do some work, but there are a couple of things that I wanted to pick up. I went into Sostrene Grene first, and basically we do just need more baubles. I kind of said to myself, last year was the first year we did a proper tree, and for me I really want baubles that are sentimental, so I know that we do need filler ones, but I don't know, I just know that over the years we're going to end up buying ones that kind of have meaning and represent something, so I don't just want to fill it with loads. So I've only bought a couple. I got this one, which is just like a green with sparkle. The theme of it is kind of green, red and gold, but then with felt ornaments as well. Felt ornaments, felt baubles. So I got that one. I got this one, which is a little beaded one. We've got another beaded one, so I thought at least then it's got one to match. And then I also got this one, which I'm trying to avoid ones that could potentially smash, just future-proofing ourselves. But yeah, got this little one as well, which I've just realised now actually I need to pop that back on. There we go. So yeah, they were from Sostrene Grene. Then I went into John Lewis and I can't remember if I got, oh yeah, I got two things. I got this from Airy. I managed to find this and pick it up. This is their Before Sleep scent. This is for the bathroom to refill another reed diffuser pot that I've got. This has got lavender, eucalyptus, cedar, and then hints of bergamot, coriander, and orange. So it's a nice fresh scent, and I just find with so many home scents, they're too overpowering and overwhelming, and I wanted to go for something that was a little bit more natural, used essential oils, and yeah, just wouldn't be too heady. Got that to refill, which I'm looking forward to, and it says that the fragrance can last up to 4 months, which is very impressive. So I think that that was on a Black Friday discount, I can't remember. And I also, in the spirit of trying to just collect little ornaments for the tree, I got this little guy. Oh, how cute. Again, it goes with the red and green theme. Just a mouse reading a book basically, but I thought it was lovely. Then I actually squeezed loads in this morning. It was nice and quiet when I got there, so I just felt like actually I do have the headspace to do this. I went into M&S, the final place, and I got this decoration. This is another felt one again, just to add to the mix. It's almost £5. How much was this mouse one? This was £8. A bit pricey, but cute. Yeah, this was £5, and this is just a little reindeer. I don't know what it is about these little felt people being in clothing that just feels very cute to me, and I feel like I need them in my life. I also got Jay a lip balm. This is the Nux Lip Moisturising Stick. I use the pot version of this. I've actually lost it annoyingly. My lips are feeling very dry, so if they do look a bit dry, that is why I need to find it. And I thought this was going to be good for him to kind of take to work and have as his. So yeah, I got a stick version of that, which I haven't tried, but hopefully it's just the same formula as the other one. And that is it. That is my mini haul, I guess you could say. I haven't done a haul here in a very long time. But yeah, the plan now is to have some lunch. I think I'm going to watch some vlogs while I do that. I'm very behind on my subscription box. And then kind of tidy this up and make a start on some little Christmas crafts, which I'm really looking forward to. So this is my wreath so far. It's pretty much done, but it's just like it's really full in this corner. Can't really see against my jumpsuit. Quite full here and a little bit sparse on this side. So I basically just want to add a couple more clumps and fill it out. But I've just noticed my tea. Oh, you can see all the steam off my tea. I did this last year at a friend's house, and I just kind of got tips from them because they'd been to professional kind of where you make the wreath in a florist, and you're kind of guided through it by a professional basically. And essentially it seems that the way to do it is to get clumps. So yeah, that's all that I did. I've got a couple of bits left that I can put on here, and then yeah, I'm just going to put it on the wall. I've realised I quite like very plain, very traditional Christmas decorations. I have done these oranges, but I think I'm going to make a garland out of these instead of putting them on here, but we'll see. And yeah, then I've just got this ribbon at the top, which I think I got from Rowan and Wren last year.
That's decent, that's a bit bad.
We're basically rich. Okay.
Come on!
It's nearly 4 o'clock, so we're nearly in darkness, which, I don't know, I feel like this year I've been quite welcoming of, but yeah, it can also just feel a lot when the days are so dark. It has been quite a dark day actually, but I just try and, like, I'm trying to do more in the evening that isn't just sitting in front of the TV. Like, I've really enjoyed reading this year, and I've read more books than I've ever read. So I actually, yeah, I've kind of used the longer evenings as an excuse to read more and just like indulge in that a little bit, which has been quite nice. Another thing actually that I do that me and Jay both say really helps us is take vitamin D. I'm going to show you what I take actually, because it's one of those things that I know a lot of people talk about supplements, and I really like Wild Nutrition. I've been using them since April, but this is the vitamin D spray every single year that me and Jay use. We've just got a subscription for it now. It's the Better You Vitamin D plus K2. This is, we do notice a difference with this in terms of energy levels. The fact that we don't have as much daylight, it impacts our brain. Like, there's a very real reason why we feel more tired this time of year, and obviously we're not getting as much vitamin D and things like that. I don't know what the statistic is, but I think the majority of the people in the UK are vitamin D deficient. So yeah, just basically try and make sure we take that every day. I am going to do some more oranges. These are the ones that I did the other day. They're probably the best I have ever done, because let me show you last year's. I didn't realise quite how burnt these were. So doing my ones this year, I've cremated them basically. These also smell really good. So yeah, how I'm just actually going to take these off and bin them because they're awful. But this year I did a couple of things differently, mostly in that I put them in the oven on a really low heat. I think I did maybe 120, and then I took them out and put them on the radiator. So I think I only ended up doing 3 hours in the oven and then the rest of the time on the radiator, because obviously otherwise this is meant to be, you know, an eco-friendly decoration. You've got your oven on for hours. So yeah, managed to do that. And also, when you come to pick your oranges, if you want to do this, make sure that you give them a squeeze and they're as hard as possible. It's really hard to get thin, even slices when your orange is nice and ripe and squishy. So yeah, doing that. And then I also, before I put them in the oven, I put them on top of a tea towel and just get a lot of the moisture out and just kind of squeeze all of the juice out. So then it just takes a little bit less time for them to actually dry out. But yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more of those. And for dinner this evening, we're also having a lentil dal. I think I mentioned that. So I might just start on getting that done, because that is one thing I'm finding actually. I usually love cooking this time of year. I'm finding that if I don't start dinner early, I just can't really be bothered to do it in the evenings. Yeah, I'm going to be completely honest. Obviously I'm pregnant, so things are changing, and I think that maybe by the end of the day my energy is more spent on other things. So what I've been doing is, I mean, I'm not going to lie, we've had probably more takeout and like easier meals, but also when we've done a food shop and food prepped and stuff, I've just made sure that it's things that I can do earlier that we can then reheat a little bit later. So just kind of starting dinner at this time, or 3 o'clock, or even doing it in the morning and having a slow cooker dinner, so that I can just like, if I'm cooking, there's no chance I'm cooking at 6:30, 7 basically anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna make a start on dinner now because I feel like I am starting to get tired. So it could be one of those days where I'm like, I really don't want to cook. Oranges are still in the oven. I've just done the lentil dal because it's basically just onion, garlic, all of your seasoning and your lentils. So it's just, yeah, really easy. I'll leave a link in the description box to the recipe that I use. And I thought while everything's just doing its thing, I mean, this is really old school, but go through some favourites with you and share what I've been loving recently, because yeah, there's a few things that obviously, because I've not vlogged in a while, you might have missed out on. First thing is this lipstick from MAC. It's Thanks It's MAC, that's the name of it, in a luster glass finish. I don't think that you'll be able to see it that well. Hopefully that's focused. It's basically the perfect everyday lipstick for me, and honestly, it's given me a bit of a confidence boost. It's been really nice. Stupidly, I've had this before, by the way. I bought this last year, completely forgot that I finished it, forgot it existed as a lipstick, and then was like, oh, I don't have an everyday lip. And yeah, I repurchased it recently and I love it. It's so good. Has that iconic, oh, Jay's home. Can't remember where I got to with this lipstick with Jay coming back, but basically just a really lovely everyday lip. You also don't need a lip liner. If I want it to last a little bit longer, I will use one, either Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, or I've got another one actually, I can't remember, but just like a good, you know, nude lip liner. And yeah, it's like the perfect pinky, neutral toned lip. Just love it. And then I have 2 book recommendations. The first one is The Bee Sting by Paul Murray. This is the biggest book I've ever read, and I was really intimidated to read it for ages. I got it from the charity shop maybe in like August. Just sat on my shelf and I thought, I'm gonna try and tackle this. Somehow this was one of the easiest books I've ever read. Like it was such a page turner for me. And I just loved it. I found it really entertaining. It basically follows a family and you really get a good insight into each family member, how they're feeling. It goes back into the past as well. And I think because it's so long, it kind of felt, it mimicked a series to me in that you really get to know the characters. And I don't think I've had that level of experience with a book ever. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. The next book recommendation is The Testaments by Margaret Atwood. I read The Handmaid's Tale earlier this year and I never followed it up with this, and apparently you need to follow it up because this kind of offers a little bit of hope and a different perspective. I think especially with everything that is just going on in the world at the moment, The Handmaid's Tale is quite a heavy read, but apparently this brings a little bit of lightness to it. So, I mean, can this be a recommendation when I'm 26 pages in? Maybe not, but I'm already really enjoying it, and just Margaret Atwood's writing I'm really, really loving. So I think that I need to buy even more of her books. But yeah, it's nice to have another book that I'm equally as excited about and just ready to get stuck into. And then lastly, this is random, but I had the opportunity to work with Dreamland. They make heated blankets and throws. This is the one that I picked. I worked with them on Instagram. This isn't sponsored in any way. They haven't asked me to do this. But this, honestly, I am such a cold person. Even throughout the year, my hands are usually cold, my feet are cold. I've got poor circulation, I get Raynaud's. It's just a thing that I've always, for as long as I can remember now, dealt with. Obviously when you're cold, it's actually really difficult to relax and feel comfortable in your body. That's why I like a nice hot shower, warm baths, and all these things that warm the body, saunas, make us feel good. And to just have this and to feel warm and cozy under it has honestly been such a relaxing, lovely ritual for me since getting it. I've only had it for like 3 weeks, but it's basically changed my evenings and also my work days. I'll use this at my desk and it means that I'm nice and warm and feel comfortable without having to heat the whole house. So in terms of actually energy use, it's also been amazing for that. So yeah, they are my little autumnal recommendations. I am now gonna finish off making dinner, and honestly tonight I am gonna have a bath, read in there, and then honestly I'm probably gonna go to bed and have an early night. Tomorrow me and my friend Molly, who I run the Story Social with, we're hosting a bauble decorating workshop, which is going to be really exciting but also quite a full-on day. So I just want to make sure that I'm feeling really well rested and like I'm ready. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and for being here. If you have made it this far, what could you leave in the comments? I don't know, just let me know in the comments if you actually did manage to finish it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.